Good day. Welcome to another Wag Swag Productions. I'm your host, Brandon Wagner. Behind me, you see a small pond and a fountain here. This is the location of the very first burial place and cemetery for the Stockton State Asylum. Now, there were two grave sites at the Stockton State Asylum, and this is the original one. The first person was buried here in 1852, and this is the site which you see behind the original women's facility. The women's facility was back behind where these old fences are. It is now long torn down as it was demolished back in the 60s. Now, the original burial sites had a total of 4,467 known burials in its time. The site was used from 1864 to 1875, when a new cemetery site was purchased on North California Street. At least 1,619 of the bodies that were buried here were moved over to the new site over on North California Street. The original site today has now been turned into a pond, as you can see, and the only way you would know that this was a cemetery is from the stone marker right here, which is a lone reminder of the deceased that once laid to rest here. We'll next go to the second cemetery site, or what's left of it, and show you where they were moved to. Thank you. Greetings again. Behind me, you see the location of the second cemetery. Now, this is all that's left today of this second cemetery. And there is right now nothing that has been built on this location, as there was an issue quite a few years back about building on a location where there still may be unmarked graves. Now, this location here was built in 1875 or it was the resting place from 1875 to 1919. There were approximately 6,000 burials here at this location, which included a number of the re-interned bodies that were from the first cemetery site. This was up until 1919, they stopped burying people, but in 1925 to 1926, they started removing bodies. They did mass incinerations and then dumped the ashes, the remains, into a couple of mass grave locations. One down the street at the Stockton Rural Cemetery, and also at the Manteca Cemetery up the freeway. Yet, after all these that were removed and incinerated, it's still said that about 3,572 bodies were unaccounted for and are still believed to be buried in unmarked graves under this site right here.